Hello everyone, welcome back for yet another video of Ben the General's career. Going to play another game tonight, and we're going to do it with full court again, 4x12. Right now we have a very nice position, as you can see. We're third. We lost the last two games against the Hawks and strangely against the Rockets. So our win percentage has dropped some, but we're still third and we have 16 games left. So I'm still pretty happy. We're going to be doing a new game. I'm going to be hopefully doing 1 or 2 dunks. And the coming game I'm going to be completely focusing on scoring. I'm going to be scoring, not going to care much about anything else. And maybe get more scores than my current record, which is 41 baskets, so points. Okay, let's go. I hope you've enjoyed the series so far. Maybe you're just dropping in this game for the first time. In that case, welcome. I'll repeat a few things. I'm playing on the lowest difficulty for MyCareer. I think that's pro. I've played over 60 games by now. My chemistry, team chemistry is pretty nice. My popularity is going up. And I'm generally getting the hang of things. I'm seeing screens, scoring a lot more than I did in the first movie, and generally I'm making more of an impact, but the last 2 games have proven that we're not good enough for this competition, because we lost the last 2, and that's pretty bad, because if we lose those, we're probably going to lose the heavy games in the playoffs as well. So I have to pick things up. Apparently playing against the Wizards, I know completely nothing about them. So
look at this team, third from last in the East, just not the way they had hoped this season would play out.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a grind for them here lately. It's the 3rd game they're playing in 4 days, Steve. It starts to take a lot out of you emotionally and mentally when you're having to play that much basketball over such a short span.
Yeah, and I think we'll see them maybe go a little deeper into the bench as a result, Clark. You know, the guys just worn down right now. This is the part of the season where your bench really has to step up.
So the opening lineup for the Suns.
Got the General,
he's in at center. Danny Granger out there with Gortat, and it's
Brown,
and it's Dragic into the point. And for the Wizards,
let's go for
Wall and
rebounds.
Crawford work together as the backcourt. Renee and Okafor together up front, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot.
Guys, Emeka Okafor has a huge body. I mean, he was an outstanding
I defended him nicely, I think.
Had a fantastic career at UConn.
And he's not back yet, so maybe I can get the ball now.
Back in 2004, and he also was most outstanding player of that time.
Ooh, flop!
In the NBA,
That's a
he's been
3-pointer.
more of a role player and a banger, but highly productive when he's been on the floor.
Dragic.
Doris Burke has an update for us.
Do that again, please, Dragic. We like that kind of 3-point ownage.
He talked about some of the matchups he'll be watching in this game, and he told me, I'll be looking at how we deal with Marcin Gortat inside. He's a guy who can score in any number of ways. Posting up,
keep an eye on that guy.
Outside,
Apparently he's pretty good at shooting as
rim.
well.
And he's
Set
also
a block here.
on the glass. Guys,
Help me, buddy.
Gortat might not be a household name, but he's an
Now I want the ball.
impact big man in the NBA.
Cutting
No
it.
question.
Thanks,
He
Doris.
scores.
Brown, good.
And going back to Okafor, Clark, he's a good rebounder, good defender, good shot blocker, not a big-time scorer. He kind of has a mechanical offensive game, but defensively, he really gets the job done.
Kept alive. Ariza passes to Nene, and that one's good.
That timing is a little off still.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone.
Need to demand the ball on the side.
Here's the General.
Getting the ball. Putting my ass in.
Working on
Faking and shooting.
And the basket is good.
Easy.
And one thing I was going to mention tonight was to see if either of you watched the press conference after their last game.
I did, Kevin, and I have a problem with those comments because, you know, if you want the ball more, why do you tell the press? Why don't you go to your coach privately and say, look,
Apparently you don't like my comments much.
Keep it between you guys. You have to keep those things in-house.
Well, it was a bit selfish, but
now he's really
do that
opened
sometimes,
himself up for criticism, not only from the media, but from his teammates as well.
Well, he may have put himself in a hole with those comments, Steve. Like you said, you know, his teammates are not going to be happy with him.
Since the name change for the Wizards back in 1997, it's been tough sledding getting to the playoffs. They've had 4 appearances, and all 4 of those appearances have been brief.
Getting too early.
Back up. Can't get it to go. Suns leading by 5. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Shot off the screen.
Oh, nice hook shot. Ooh, 16.
The Generals got his second basket of the game. With the Wizards, 3 years in a row, they made the playoffs, but were bounced out by the Cavaliers in the first round. The fans would really like to see a deep run. I just don't know if it's Steve.
It's going to be a while.
Yeah, it's on the horizon.
I think the fans would like to see even a shallow run right now, Kevin. I mean, they haven't made the playoffs since 2008. Of course, the memory for the city that they all think about is the 1978 title when they beat the Sonics. But it's been a tough road ever since then.
Now, here's Nene. Shannon Brown unable to get his shot to go. Crawford, no luck.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The
Granger
shot has not been falling for him this
sideways to Brown. Brown goes to the layup. Gortat takes the rebound and makes a nice hook.
Well, that's what he does. He's going to fight and battle on the offensive glass all night.
Next point is for me again.
Brown against Crawford. Shoots over Brown. Crawford missing again.
He's got to contribute. He's got to produce if his team's going to get back in it in this quarter.
Granger with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Here's the General. And Gortat kicks the drive.
Sit there. Bad.
There's a screen by Gortat. Lock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot on.
Oh yeah!
And the shot is good.
Oh yeah! I asked that last pass from Gortat and he gave it. I like you, Gortat.
They're really knocking down their shots.
Yeah, a hot start offensively has them in
Don't
full
think
control
just
here.
score
They're in the
tons.
driver's seat,
That's
no
the
doubt.
idea of this game.
Now here's Okafor.
Steal.
He's coming off a 22-point game against New Orleans.
And a huge rebounding night as well, really controlling the glass.
Here's Crawford. Crawford missing again.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
A chance to
that would
extend
have
the
been
lead to
hot.
double digits, but it's no good. They get it back.
We get the third rebound and we get the score. That's a good rebounding team right there.
This defense has been way too soft early on. They've got to start
I did get the
playing
good
with
shot
some
selection,
energy.
so it wasn't
You
so
know,
bad.
Steve,
The
do
hook,
something,
but didn't go
anything
in
to
this
throw
time.
their shooters out of rhythm is what's got to happen here.
3 out of 4.
Chris Singleton, he's checked in for the Wizards. Now here's Wall. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Okay, I would like the ball again, so I'm going
Now
to the not so
Dragic.
crowded side. Hope I get the ball there.
Down low. Here's the General, covered by Okafor.
And I faked him away. Oh yeah.
The General's got 8 points.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
And Wall kicks to Crawford. Wall. Wizards passing it around. Here's Singleton. Flushes it
Goes to the
down.
dunk.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce.
Bam.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice
showing
buddy,
him
but
off right
it's
there.
not gonna
Good
help
move.
you much. Still gonna
What
win.
does that even mean, Kevin? Bounce to the ounce?
Yeah! Again! Nice!
10 points
Score
for him.
plus the foul.
Boy, a
And
nice
one.
little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really clicking.
Score this
I
one
don't
as
see
well.
why they wouldn't just continue
that
to
hot
pound
streak
the ball
going.
inside.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Emeka Okafor. Luis Scola, he's
Yeah.
checked in for Phoenix.
Oh yeah. B minus.
Here's Crawford.
11
He's coming
points.
off a 22-point
First
game
quarter.
against New Orleans.
Let's keep this up.
Kevin, his passing is what blew me away. I mean, to see him orchestrate their offense so impeccably, that was a sight to behold.
Now here's Crawford. They trail by 14.
It's clear
Again,
they
we
had
have the
one thing on
rebound.
their mind when they came out of the gate today. Rebound.
Yeah, and they've opened up the game with a pretty good margin in that area. Great sign for this club. This game is really going their way early. What a lead they've built up.
And that's thanks to their performance offensively.
Yeah, we had a big lead in the last 2
Large
games
measure.
as
I mean,
well early on,
they're
and we
actually
lost
scoring
both of
with
those.
ease here.
So it's not really good.
Here's
14 for me, and he takes
First bucket of the game.
alley-oop.
There's one thing about the alley-oop.
by
You can't
face.
fire the pass in there. You got to have some air under that pass. It needs a little hang
I have
time.
to return the
That's
favor.
exactly right. A lot of
Dunk in his
finesse.
face.
Just like that
block
one
this
was.
guy here.
Perfectly thrown.
Yeah, that's what makes the
Get a
play
screen
so
up.
much fun to watch. There's finesse on
gonna
the
get
front
away.
end,
Sure.
but then power on the end.
The Suns have shot
Foul.
just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the
Carr's
game.
pretty good at free
You know, this
throws, so
season
not
versus
too worried.
last, they've seen a decrease in their success at the free throw line.
That free throw good from Brown for the Wizards.
go for the
Jones
next
comes
one.
in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Price in for Jordan Crawford. And the Suns also making a change. Dudley's checked in. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to New Orleans.
And Kevin, they put so much effort into the final few minutes of regulation in that game that they were pretty burned out in the overtime period.
Yeah, that's an excellent call by you, Steve. I thought there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT.
And I have the rebound.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
He needs some help here.
Scola dishes to Dragic.
Mess it up.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain
so
possession. And a look here at the most accurate shooting guards in the NBA this season. In the third position, Shannon Brown.
Well, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable, very consistent shooters. You know, it's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
I'd say it's beyond the safe option. It's a great option. The ISO play was made for these guys. All they need is just a little room to operate, and you can count it up.
Buckets. Buckets.
Pass the ball again and make the dunk.
Here's the general.
Or a nice layup.
And it's
good
Dragic
enough.
with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight.
Nice.
Well, they keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane.
You're allowed to score as well.
Pretty one-handed
going to keep calling for the pass because I want to score.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Vesely's checked in for Chris Singleton, and Shelvin Max subbed in for John Wall. Phoenix also making some changes. Markieff Morris is checked in for Scola. Johnson comes in for Shannon Brown.
The fast break here.
And it's Telfair in for Goran Dragic. He had a nice open look right there.
Hot.
Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Mack kicks to Price. The feed to Booker. Passes it to Jones.
No, we don't.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws.
Good shoot defense, but Dudley was smacking him in his face.
One thing for him, he's got great hands defensively.
Little
he applies
fight going there.
To whoever he's
Too
guarding.
bad.
And he'll gamble on the strip when you go up for a shot. I mean, he'll get some whistles, fouls called against him, but he gets all ball a lot too.
Jordan Crawford's checked in for the Wizards. And for the Suns, Channing Frye's checked in for Markieff Morris. And it's Marshall in for Sebastian Telfair. And so Jones nails both of them. And it's the Suns
forward
with the ball. They have a 19-point lead.
Oh, yes!
For them to go up against this Wizards team.
Ooh, we're hot here.
They like this matchup. They won both games against this club a year ago, so they feel confident going into tonight.
So it's Washington now after the Suns pick up 2. And Mack kicks to Booker. Dishes it to Vesely. Shot clock at 5. Crawford left side. Lets it fly. It's hauled in by the Suns. When you're at or Clark near the bottom of your respective conferences, you still have to look for the positives to stay focused.
Cost that one.
Without question, Kevin, you have to hang your hat on positive stuff. And an interconference sweep isn't a bad place to start in that regard, Kevin. Take a look at those games, figure out what went right, and try to build on that.
3-pointer. Crawford missing again.
Have the ball.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his
the ball to me, buddies. Come on. I want
Time
it.
to try
I'm hot.
something different if
you know I'm hot. I'm hot. Going here, passing back sideways, and he's going to score.
Over Crawford.
I know it.
And the Suns
The assist.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to
I think they were actually double teaming me,
or
almost double teaming me there.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance,
Of course, they're
not
afraid
making
by now.
anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
Oh!
What a
And we got the block in, yes!
from them in this first
Oh
quarter.
yeah,
Wow.
and a defensive rebound.
Are
we hot or what?
No question, this team
Gonna go here. Pass sideways. Oh yes, and another assist. Oh, we're butchering these guys.
Offensively and defensively, guys.
Yeah, it's been a complete performance, Steve. You look back on this game, it's one that you would hope to be able to build on.
Here's Mack. Feeds it to Jones. Over Dudley. Jones.
Got the rebound.
For the
Going
Phoenix
forward.
Suns, they come into this one.
Ball there.
Loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
Go here. Pass the ball.
And what stands out from that game, Clark, is that they let a lot of
Oh yes!
at the free throw line.
Yep, and I think some doubt started to creep in as well when they kept missing their foul shot.
Oh,
Guys
I'm enjoying
seem to
myself.
tighten up
Way
and
too
start
much.
alligator arming those things.
Damn.
There's Crawford.
Looks like the
The
dunking
Suns
upgrades are
getting
paying off because that was a contested dunk, I think. It was
They need this. That's good.
very cool.
Crawford's got his first basket of the night.
And he finally gets something to fall. An ugly start for him offensively. He's missed 9 in a row until now.
They set the screen. Inside. Here's the
And a dunk! On fire! Oh yes!
They built an early lead here, really pushing ahead.
Well, they've got a huge advantage, points in the paint.
Destroyed
Steve,
him.
they're attacking
Destroyed
early,
him.
So taking advantage of scoring in close.
Come on, make
Clark,
it
they've been
count.
struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Oh, he went all over
No
me.
good from Booker.
But he
can
didn't
be
get
a
the
little
score.
hesitant near the rim. We
And
saw
not a
it
good
there.
foot,
His defense
step.
offers just a little bit of resistance. He doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Second shot opportunity. Johnson's shot is off.
Should have passed that
That's
to
an
me.
easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Blocked.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter.
Want that ball again.
And that's an understatement.
Pass it to me.
1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Come on, guys.
The Wizards shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Shot is blocked.
Oh, and I block him again out of my bucket. In his face.
To the middle. Gathers.
And the third dunk. Oh, yes. He was pointing.
Boy, just a little too lax with the effort defensively on that possession.
Oh, I'm destroying these guys. I love it.
Finish, guys.
Oh, that was all.
Taking it up high.
Delicious,
And that's
delicious
it for the
piece.
first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Suns ahead, just dominating this one. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center.
Want to be a part of the action? Then come out to a Suns game.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's
Okay.
how they built this lead.
Let's pause here for a second.